Guys, please cross check. Am I audible right now? Am I audible? So if I click on yes, this is okay. It is okay. Guys, am I audible? Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Okay. So I give the summary what we discussed in the last session. Open notepad and in that mm, okay, so I give the summary what we discussed in the last session. So we started Java and we discussed about what is language and what is programming language, and we discussed about what is Java, and we discussed about what is Java history, and we discussed about Java futures, and we discussed about Java program execution flow, Java program execution flow, and we discussed about Java program execution flow. We discussed about uh, how to download JDK software, JDK software, and and installation, installation. Okay, and what we did, we wrote one program, and that we compiled, and then we run that program, and that assignment you guys, I hope you all of them are shared in the group, right? So these all the things we done in the last session. Okay, fine, very good. Now today we'll go ahead with few of the topics. The first one is Java program structure. Java program structure. Any program, any project which is related to Java, any project, any program in the world, the structure, the Java program structure. The structure has, first one is the package statement, and second one is import statements, import statement, and third one is class declaration, and variables. Inside the class we have the variables, and we have the methods. Package statement meaning a group of packages, a group of packages. So whenever we are writing a program, so package statement should be the first line of the program, top of the program, top of the program. It is it is first line of the program, first line of the program, first line of the program. Okay, package meaning a group of classes. Package meaning a group of classes. We should package meaning package meaning group of classes. Group of classes. Package meaning group of classes. Next, import statement. Import statement. We can import the we can import we can import the classes based on the requirement. We can import the classes, that classes might be the predefined classes, that classes might be the custom defined classes. Any class you can import, any class you can import based on the requirement, based on the requirement. Any class you can import based on the requirement. We can import the classes based on the requirement. We can import the classes based on the requirement, based on the requirement. Okay, we can import number of import statements. There is no limit. Import statements import statements. Next, what does it mean by class declaration? Class is a plan. Class is a plan. This is the I would say class is the imagination. Okay, so which is used to define methods and variables. Define methods and variables. Methods and variables. Again, what does it mean by variable? Variable is a container which is used to store the values. Variable is a container. Variable is a container which is used to variable is a container which is used to store the values. Store the values. Store the values. Next we have the methods. Methods inside the class, basically in the method class declaration, class can contain number of variables and number of methods. Number of variables and number of methods. Class is a plan which is used to define the methods and variables, and variable is a container which is used to store the values. Next, methods are used to perform some actions. Methods are used to perform actions, we can say operations. Okay, this is Java program structure. Any program, any project, the file structure should be like this only. The file structure should be like this only. This package statement and import statements are optional. Those two statements are not a mandatory. Those two are optional. So in the last session, we written one program, right? That I will open here. This is the program, and this program, you guys, can you please observe how we did. You can see here directly we took the class main method, and inside we written the SOP statement and all, right? Okay, so now the Java is ours language or some others company language? Java is some others company language. Java is some others company language. Okay, so they provided to us there are many predefined classes and all. So how could we learn those predefined classes and all? So they provided to us one API, that is Java Asset API, that I will can simply go with, and then Java SC8 document. This is the API. This API I will pin you on the chat box. So you also guys please go with that. Okay. So these all are the packages, and if you open any package, if you can open any package, java.io package, any package, if you open any package, and the package contain interfaces and classes, these all are predefined, and these all are predefined. So see here, file is also on class. If I open the file class, if I scroll down, these are all the methods which have the all predefined methods. This is a reference document. Normally I will show you one project. So in that I will show you how the program structure will be there. You can see here, this is one project. So in that you can see how the structure it should be here. Line number 1 is the package statement, and from line number 3 to 9, these are the import statements. Okay, and after that I took one class, I defined one class. Inside the class I define the methods and variables. any Java file, any program which is related to Java domain, it should be, the program structure should be like this only. This is with respect to one file, and we'll see with another file. I am going with the multiple helper .java. Now you can see here, if I open the import statements, so import statements vary. Okay, based on the requirement, you can take import statements, and we define the class, inside the class variables and methods. Variables and methods. Any project, the program, the Java program structure should be like this only. I hope this is clear for everyone, right? This is clear, everyone. Guys, please respond. This is clear or not?
Yes, yes.
Uh, Java program structure. So with this, we're done with the Java introduction, Java features, Java installation, Java program execution flow, and Java programming elements. Java programming elements are nothing but class, methods, variable. These all are comes under the Java programming elements. Java program development, how we can write the basic Java program that we did in the last session. Next, we have the translators. Translators, compilation meaning we can convert source file into the bytecode is called compilation. Execution meaning we can convert bytecode into machine language is called execution. Next, we have the topic that is the translators. Next, we have the topic that is the translators. The main purpose, what is the purpose of translators? Translators which are used to convert one format to another format. Convert one format to one format to convert one format to another format. Another format. So in Java, there are three types of translators. In Java, we have there are three types of translators. Three types of translators. Those are like, first one is the compiler, and next one is interpreter, and third one is assembler. Third one is assembler. Third one is assembler. So what the compiler will do? So compiler, it will convert source files into bytecode at a time. Bytecode at a time. And what the interpreter will do? It will convert. Interpreter will do. It will convert bytecode into machine language. Machine language, line by line. Line by line. Line by line. Next we have the assembler language. Assembler language is the translator. It will convert. It will convert assembler language into assembler language assembler language into assembler language into machine language machine language machine language. So these are the three types of translators we have in Java, guys. What are the three types of translators? Compiler, interpreter, assembler. What is the purpose of compiler? It will convert source files into bytecode at a time. And interpreter, it will convert bytecode into machine language. machine language line by line. Okay, a line by line. It if it convert the line by line, then performance is slow. Performance is slow. Performance is slow. These are the three types of translators we have in Java. These are the three types of translators we have in Java. What are the three types? Compiler, interpreter, and assembler. Compiler, it will convert source file into the bytecode at a time. Interpreter, it will convert bytecode into the machine language line by line. Performance is slow. And assembler, it will convert assembler language into machine language. It will convert assembler language into machine language. It will convert assembler language into machine language. So this is all about translators. Next concept is very important concept, that is JVM architecture. Next concept is very important concept, that is JVM architecture. JVM architecture. So what does it mean by JVM? JVM meaning Java Virtual Machine. Java Virtual Machine. Java Virtual Machine. This is the virtual. We cannot see with our eyes. With our eyes. Even JDK team also, so they can't see with their eyes. Basically, this is the virtual mission. This is the virtual mission which is available inside the JRE. So when you give the command, that is the Java and the file name, then the JVM came into the picture, and then it can start. It can start execute the program, Java program. It can start execute the Java program. Now, what is the purpose which is used to JVM architecture, which is responsible for Java programs execution, responsible for Java programs execution, responsible for Java program execution. And the next point is so it will allocate the memory and deallocate the memory, and it will deallocate the memory, deallocate the deallocate the memory. These are the points. Now I will show you the JVM architecture. JVM architecture. Simply go with that, and now here you can go with the any one of that. Now this is the JVM architecture. Here you can see here how the flow diagram will be there. So generally, here we will write source files. That source files you can compile by using the compiler. And now we have the dot class files. And when you give the command, that is the Java command, what happens? JVM come into the picture, and it can load the dot class files into the JVM. So in the JVM architecture, we have the various components like class loader, and this is the JVM memory sections. And in the memory sections, we have the method area, heap area, Java stack, next PC register, native methods, okay, execution engine, native method, and native interface. These are the Java JVM components. JVM components. So what the class loader will do? What the class loader will do? Class loader, it can load the dart class files into the JVM. So dart class files are available here. When you give the command Java and the file name, then the JVM came into the picture. JVM has the components, the class loader. What is the purpose of class loader? It can load the dart class files into the JVM. It can load the dart class files into the JVM. Okay, after loaded the dart class files into the JVM, then it can assign the allocate the memory for initially the class code will be stored in the method area, and it can look is there any objects available or not. If any objects it can find, those it will allocate the memory, those objects in the heap area. Next, Java stack, PC register. Java stack meaning, uh, I would say Java program has the methods. If the Java program has the methods, that methods information, like how many methods will be there and which method is executing currently, that methods information available in the JVM stack. Okay, this is also called as Java stack, or we can say JVM language stack. Okay, next, PC register. PC register is the memory section where lines execution, which line will be execute the next. Okay, lines execution information will be available in the PC register component. PC register component. Next, native stack. Native stack meaning, to be frank, we can, by using Java, we can run C and C++ languages also. To be frank, JVM also developed by using the C plus language. So that is the reason we can run C, C++ languages by using Java also. So if you write any C language code, that code will be stored in the native stack. Native stack. And here we have the execution engine, and execution engine will convert the dart class files into the machine language. And here we have the two components which are actually native method libraries and native method interface. Native method libraries meaning C libraries. We can run C programs also, right? That C libraries are available in this section. Okay, interface meaning it will act as a mediator between execution engine and native libraries. Okay, with the help of this one, that we can load the libraries into the execution engine. This is the complete flow diagram of the JVM architecture. JVM architecture. So here the point is, if you go with the translator only interpreter, it will convert a bytecode into machine language line by line. So if it is there is a 500 to 6,000 lines in the program, and it will go to like line by line. So obviously it will take more time to compile, or it will take more time to convert the machine language. So that is the reason what the JDK team they did, along with interpreter, in the execution engine, they added JIT, just in time. Just in time is also one translator. Okay, that JDK team they added to that execution engine. Now JIT and interpreter, they both together, they can convert into machine language, bytecode to machine language, bytecode to machine language. So that is the, so combination of they together are working to convert bytecode into machine language. So that is the reason Java performance is high. That is the reason Java performance is high. I hope this is clear. JVM architecture, very, 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 very important. JVM architecture is very, 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 very important. Any questions in this area? Any questions, anyone? So can you, so from starting onwards, can you please, all of you, can you please read these statements? Can you please revise what we discussed so far? What is the first statement? What is the topic we started today? Guys, all of you, please
Today,
respond.
program
Java program structure. Okay. And next, what is package
digital
statement?
package statement.
What is package statement?
It is first line of the of classes.
Okay. Next, what is import statement?
We can import in the class based on requirement. Can import no of import statement.
Okay. What is the class declaration?
Class is plan which is used to define methods and variables.
What is variable?
Variable is container which is used to store the values.
What is methods?
Methods are used to perform
Methods are
actions.
used to perform action. there is action operations.
Okay. So after that, we discussed the translator. What is translator? What is the purpose?
which are used to convert one format
So
to another.
purpose is to convert the format to another format.
Next,
In Java, we have three
There
types
are
of
three types
translator.
of translator. Which one compiler, second one interpreter, third one assembler.
what is
So
the
first one
compiler?
compiler,
It converts source
it will
files
convert
into
files
bytecode statements.
at
Next, what does it mean by interpreter?
It
it
will
will
convert the
convert
bytecode
to
into
bytecode to
machine
into
language.
machine language
Line
line
by
by line
format
performance
is
to
low.
Next, what does it mean by assembler? Assembler translator.
It will convert assembler language
so
into
language to machine language. But
This is
not
the
the assembler
deprecated one,
language to
guys.
machine
This
language.
now nowadays nobody is not using this one. Okay, this is
Yes.
deprecated one. Nobody is not using this one. Okay, we are using these two only. Next, what we started JVM architecture.
JVM.
What is the first line?
Java virtual machine cannot
You
see
can
without
That we
eyes.
cannot see with our eyes. Even JDK people also they cannot see with their eyes. Okay. Next, what
which
is
is
the next statement?
which is
for
responsible for
program
program
execution.
execution.
Okay, so next,
Will allocate the memory and
It
it
will
will
allocate
relocate the memory.
it will deallocate the memory. Okay, this is the JVM architecture. What a class loader will do?
Will use to convert
It loads the dot class files. It loads the dot class files. What the method area will do? Class code will be stored in the method area.
ah
Okay, next heap area. Object will be stored in the heap area. JVM stack area. Methods execution information available in the JVM stack. Next PC register. Lines execution information available in the PC register. Next native stack. Native stack means non-related Java. Non-related Java. Meaning C plus language will be stored in the native stack. Next execution engine. Execution engine have the two translators. Two translators. One is the interpreter and the jitter. They both together they can compile dart class files into the I would say bytecode into machine language, native libraries, and native interface. This is the JVM architecture. This is the JVM architecture. Very, 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 very important. Okay, that is about JVM architecture. So with this, we're done with the chapter number one. In the chapter number one, what we discussed: Java introduction, Java features, Java installation. Okay, Java
Java
program execution flow.
program.
Uh, next, mm,
Java programming element
Java program elements.
uh, structures and Java
Program development.
Java programs structures
Uh, compilation,
model structures
execution, uh, translators, JVM architecture.
compile translators skill architecture.
In the chapter one, these are the topics. Anyone have any queries in this area? Any queries?
Could you please explain once again JVM?
JVM architecture.
Yes,
JVM
yes.
architecture. This is the architecture. So normally, uh, we write the Java program, and that we can that I will show you. I can use the MS Paint so that I can explain that one. Okay, again, try to understand this diagram.
Okay.
We'll write the source files, and that source files you can convert into dark class files. This is the source file. For example, demo.java. Okay, this is the source file. Like there are number of files will be written in the project, and those all the files is called source files. Source files. These source files we will do the compilation. How we can do the compilation? We'll tell to the compiler, hey compiler, I written few of the Java files. Can you please compile? How we can tell? By using command. The command is Java C. Compiler is the tool. We are telling to the compiler, hello compiler, I written a few of the Java programs. Can you please compile? We are telling to the compiler by using command Java C and our file name or demo.java. Okay, then compiler converted this source file into the bytecode. Bytecode meaning this is the dot class files. Here we have the dot class files. This is called bytecode. Bytecode cannot be understood by the machine and cannot be understood by the human. That is the intermediate language. But this language can only understand by the only one person. Who is that person? That person is JVM. That person is JVM. So we will give the command. The command is Java demo. When you give the command, then then JVM come into the picture. JVM come into the picture. So JVM is the hero of our Java. Okay, he will come, and JVM has components. Components are like a class loader. Okay, this is the memory section. This is the memory section. This is the memory section. Like this is the method area. And next I would say PC register. This is the method area. I will give the namings for that. This is the class loader component. This is class loader component. What it will do? It will load dart class files into the JVM. This is the JVM, right? This is the JVM. It will load dart class files into the JVM. Into the JVM. Into the JVM is called. That is the purpose of class loader. Class loader. Okay. This has the bytecode and the files loaded into the class loader, and immediately it will check all the files where we have the memory sections like method area, next heap area, next we have PC register, PC stack, okay, Java stack, next native stack, native stack. Guys, please take class notes, okay? Class loader. Now class code will be stored in the method area and objects will be stored in the heap area. Okay, lines execution information available in the PC register, method information available in the Java stack, and non-related Java code will be, meaning C++ language will be stored in the native stack. Okay, very good. Next we have the execution engine. Execution engine. Yeah, here we have the execution engine that we will take with the. So this execution engine will be the combination of interpreter and jitter. Interpreter plus jitter. Okay, this is execution engine. This is execution engine. Execution engine. Now interpreter and JIT, they both together, they can convert bytecode. This all the bytecode. This is all the bytecode, right? This is all the bytecode. This execution engine will convert bytecode into machine language. Machine language meaning 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0. This is the machine understandable language is 0 1s, 0 1s, binary language. It will convert. Who will convert interpreter and JIT? They will convert into machine language 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, like that. This can be understood by the mission. This can be understood by the mission, and finally we will get the result. Finally we will get the result. Okay, this is the flow, and here we have the few of the elements. One is mm, native libraries. Native libraries. Next we have native interface. Native interface. Native interface. So this is a complete JVM architecture. This is clear. Anyone have any queries? Any queries? Any
Yeah,
queries?
clear for me.
It's clear, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Now this is all about chapter number 1. Let's jump into chapter number 2. In the chapter 2, what are the topics we have? Variables. Variables only basic level, meaning types of variables we will discuss at the time of object in class. Yeah, here this is the types of variables. Here we only discuss what does it mean by variable. Next we'll discuss about the data types and identifier and rules, reserved words, Java coding standards, okay, Java coding elements, comments, reading data from the keyboard. These are the topics which will available in the chapter number 2. Let try to understand chapter number 2. First we can go ahead with variables. We are starting with the chapter number 2. In the chapter number 2, the concept name is variables. Variables. So what does it mean by variables? What is the purpose of variable? Only the basic level we are discussing, but we have the types of variables. That types of variables we will discuss at the OOPS concept. We will discuss at the OOPS concept. Okay, what does it mean by variable? What does it mean by variable? So variable is a container. Variable is a container which is used to store the values. Store the values. How we can store the values? How we can store the values? I will show you here. For example, there is a value. There is a value that is the 10. Okay, this is the value that we are seeing with our eyes. Then we can say this is the value. But programmatically, how we can write the how we can store. We need to store this value somewhere, right? That somewhere is called we can store in some reference variable. For example, a equal to I am mentioning like as the 10. 10 is the value. This value I am assigning to the A. A is the container name. A is the container name which is holding the value 10. Which is holding the value 10. And I am mentioning data type as well. Data type as well. Okay. So generally, programmatically, any values we will keep inside the container. We will keep inside the container. How we will keep inside the container? uh, we will use the equals. The equals is the operator which is used to assign the value. 10 value I am assigning to the A container. Now A is holding the value 10. A is holding the value 10. So we'll try to understand few of the uh, points about variable. Variable is a container which is used to store the values. And next point is we need to specify. We need to specify the type of variable. We need to specify the type of variable to store the values. To store the values, we need to specify the type of variable to store the value. Meaning, here you can see here the type is integer value, int type. Meaning this A value, for example, here I am taking int A equal to 10. A equal to 10. Okay, very good. Now here I am specifying the variable is integer type. It can hold only integer values. So apart from that, it cannot hold any. It cannot accept any other string values. Okay, it can allow only integer values. It can allow only integer values. We need to specify the type of variables to store the data. The type of variables to store the data. Next, next, to specify the type of data. To specify the type of data. Type of data. Type of data. We have data types in Java. Data types in Java. Data types in Java. Data types in Java. Okay. So here we need to understand variable declaration and variable initialization. There are two concepts we should understand: variable declaration and variable initialization. Variable initialization. Variable declaration and variable initialization. Variable declaration meaning we need to define data type and variable name. Variable name. Okay, so here variable declaration meaning we need to specify specify type of data and variable name. Variable name. Type of data and variable name. Type of data and variable name. Type of data and variable. For example, int variable name. Like for example, if I take age like this. Now in this case, this is the data type and this is the variable name. This is the variable name. This is called variable declaration. Variable declaration meaning we need to specify the type of data and variable name. Okay, what kind of data you want to store. uh, so like that. Next, variable initialization. Variable initialization meaning we are assigning the value to that variable. For example, age equal to 20. This is called variable initialization. We are assigning the value 20 to that variable. 20. This is the step number 1 and this is the step number 2. So we can write both in a single line also. We can write both in single line also. That is called variable declaration and initialization. can write both two in single line also. That is called variable declaration and initialization. Declaration and initialization. Initialization. Variable declaration and variable initialization. That you can directly can write like this. Int age equal to 20. 20. So we can write like this. So this is the few points about the variable. Any questions, anyone? This is clear or not?
Yes, sir.
It's clear, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. This is clear. Okay, fine. Next, we have the concept that is the data types. So what does it mean by data types? We'll try to understand data types. So what is the purpose of data types? Data types which are used to data types which are used to specify the type of data, which are used to specify specify type of data, specify type of data, specify type of data. Okay, in Java we have two types of data types. We have data types are two types in Java. Data types are two types. Data types are two types. What the two types are? Primitive data types, and second one is non-primitive data types. Second one is non-primitive data types. Second one is non-primitive data types. Non-primitive data types. I will show you the diagrammatically. You will get the better clarity on that. I will take the data types. Guys, please take class notes.
Yes, sir.
Data types are divided into two types. One is primitive data types. Second one is this one is this is primitive and this is non-primitive. So non-primitive data types is also have the multiple names. This is also called a non-primitive data types. Reference data types are reference data types. Reference data types. Yes, yes. No, no, no. We'll talk you later. Okay, now reference data types, and in the primitive data types, again based on the return type, it is divided into four groups. It is divided into four groups. What are the four groups? So based on the number type. First one is the number type based on the number type. Next one is decimal type, decimal type, and third one is char type, char type, and fourth one is the boolean type, boolean, boolean type, boolean type, boolean type. So number type, basically there are I would say number type, byte, short, okay, int, long. These are the four data types. Why there are four types? All are related to number group only. Why there are four types? Meaning there is only the difference is the size, guys. Okay, only the difference is size. If you go with the byte, it can hold only the values in between minus 128 to 128 to plus 128. Okay, it can hold the values in between these two in between this range only. Okay, if you try to take out of this range, then the compiler will slap you. Okay, this is the range of byte. And next we have the short range is short range is this is 32k, 32k minus 32k to 32, 32k. This is the approximate number I am giving. If you want exact number, normally you can search in the Chrome. Okay, I'm giving approximate number. Okay, it can take only in between. Next int and short. So int is also it almost 214 lakh, the number minus 214 lakh and plus 214 lakh. This is also big number, and this is also long, also big number. Only the difference is size, guys. For example, I will tell some psychological example. This is with respect to some half liter water bottles and liter, 1.5 liter, like that. Only the difference is the size. Okay, the difference is the size, and it can store the values in between this, and it can store the values in between this, and here it can store the values in between this, and next this one, this can all the values in between. And the size is this is this is this is 8 bit, this is 8 bit, and this is the 16 bit, this is the 16 bit, and this is the 32 bit, and this is the 64 bit. This is the size: 8, 16, 32, and 64 bit. This is the sizes. This is the sizes. And here in the interview perspective, they will ask the question is, what is the default values? What is the default values for byte, short, int, long? The default values for the int, default values, default values is for byte 0 point, all are 0. The default values byte for the byte 0, and for short 0, int 0, and long 0. The default values is the 0. The default values is the 0. This is the I would say the fresher level. This is the regular question they will ask. This is the regular question they will ask. What is what is the default values for the byte, int, short? What is the default values for what are the default values for default values for byte, short, int, long? The default values for byte, int, short, long are the 0 zeros. Next we have the decimal type. Decimal type. In the decimal type, we have float, double, float, and double, float, double. The size is, this is the 32 bit, 32 bit, and this is 64 bit. the data type, and here you can take some name, and here you can store only single character within single quotation. So this is called char type. Next we have the boolean type. Boolean type, it will always return the boolean values. Boolean, boolean, boolean result equal to, it will return either true or false. Either true or false. This is called boolean type. This is called boolean type. This is the data types, yes. And this is the primitive data types, and we'll try to understand few points of that primitive data types. Mm, primitive data types are primitive data types. We are discussing about the primitive data types. Yes. First point is primitive data types are immutable. Immutable. Immutable meaning we cannot change the values. We cannot change the values. Next one is primitive data types can hold only one value. Only one value. Can hold only one value. Only one value. Okay? Only one value. Okay. So based on the return type, it has divided into based on the return type, it has divided into four groups. Four groups. What are the four groups? First one is the number group. Second one is decimal group. Decimal group. And third one is character group. Next, fourth one is boolean group. Boolean group. Boolean group. Okay. So again, under the number group, we have byte. Next, short. Next, int, long. Under the decimal, we have float, double. Under the char, we have character data type. And next, we have under the boolean, we have boolean data type. Boolean data type. So this is all about primitive data types. This is all about primitive data types. I will write a simple program on data types. So here I would take one Java file. I mentioned the file name is primitive data types. Primitive data types dot Java. Okay, very good. Okay, the main basic structure, class primitive data types. Okay, from here to here, this is the scope of the class. And inside the scope of the class, I am taking public static void main string of from here to here. This is the scope of the class, and here I can take all the literals with respect to byte. For example, here byte age equal to some 20. If I take this one, this is the value. If I take 200, 200, it will throw the error. Why? Because we are taking the value out of the range. Okay, now I want to print this number. How can I print? System dot out dot println age of the person is okay. This is with respect to byte. Now the same way with try will try to understand with respect to short. Short. I would like to take some marks equal to some 520. 520 is the marks, and now I want to print that one. System dot out dot println, and here I can marks of the student is, now I can mention like as the marks. This is with respect to short. Now we'll try to write with respect to integer. Int, here we'll take some mobile number. Some I would like to write not mobile number. We'll take some other one. Mobile bill. Mobile bill is some 5,000. Mobile bill is some 5,000. Okay. Now I want to print this one. System dot out dot println, and here I would like to display mobile bill. Mobile bill is okay. This is with respect to int, and surface will try with respect to long. Long here will try and take the mobile number. Mobile number equal to some number I am taking some 3233. Here I would like to print this one. System dot out dot println mobile number is okay. This is with respect to mm, number type. Now I can run the file and then we'll see the result, how the result will come. Open command prompt, Java C primitive data types dot Java. This is the large value. So we can reduce the values here. We are taking out of the range. Now we can save the file. Now go to that location. And line number 18, println spelling mistake here. You can check that one. At line number 18, 12. This file has successfully compiled. Now we can take with the primitive data types. You can see here age of the person is 20, marks of the student is 520, and mobile is 5000, and mobile number is something. This is with respect to number type. Now we'll try to understand with respect to double decimal type. System.out.println. Now we'll try to with respect to. So this is normal. I'm writing with the respect to decimal type. Decimal type. Okay. Now I would like to take float. Float. Float f equal to some number I'm taking, like 5.5f, 5.5f, like that. Now I want to print this one. I can take the system dot out dot println. Next, now float value. Float value is float value is. Now I can mention yes. Now double bank balance. Bank balance is some 5500. 5500 bank balance. Now I want to print this one. System.out.println. System.out.println. Bank balance is. Bank balance is. Bank balance. Yeah. Now I can run this file program and then I will see the result. Java C primitive data types dot Java. Now I can run that one. Yeah. With respect to decimal type, the float is 5.5 and bank balance is 5500. This is with respect to decimal type. Now this is with respect to number type. Now similarly, now with respect to character type. Okay, now we can write the program. Data type is char. Some name equal to single quotation s. Now this I would like to print this one. System dot out dot println and name of name of the name of a person or anything. Name of person is not name of person is name equal to, yes, this is with respect to character type. Now we can go and then run and then we'll see how it display the result. Java, yeah, you can see here. Mhm. Save the file. File is not saved, you can save the file. Now you can run the file and then you can see the result. The name of the person is this. Next, with respect to Boolean. Last one is with respect to Boolean. Boolean result equal to either true or false. It will return the either true or false. It will return the either true or false. So that will validate some conditions. So based on the conditions, it will give the true or false. For example, here I am taking some simple int x equal to 1 and int y equal to 2, and I need to comparison boolean result equal to x less than y, then it will return true value. So in this case, system dot out dot println comparison is we can compile the file. How can run the file? So you can see here comparison is true. So you can write. So now today your assignment is you can write the data types program with respect to number, with respect to a decimal, and with respect to character type, and with respect to boolean. Whatever the program I written here, you also write the same program and do the assignment, and then you can share in the group. You can share in the group. Any other queries, please let me know. Any other queries? Guys, any questions? Please let me know. It's clear. Okay. So please do the assignment and then share in the group. Also, please share your names in the chat box. Please share your names in the chat box.